You know, this shit ain't fun, man. It's 3 o'clock Sunday morning, and I started tearing down these Bugs 3 um, Friday night, and I was up till 3 o'clock Friday night tearing down the Bugs 3 and putting it on this 250 frame. And I had to use my Dremel to drill holes in the motor adapters. They just did not want to go on as easy as my first 250 frame. It was a real issue. Only to come back today thinking I just had the easiest, slightest little things to finish off, and this thing will be working. All ESCs were working, all motors were spinning, and I'm trying to put this thing back together, and I pulled out the little red wire on the ESC. Abort the whole mission, man. I screwed up the ESC. These ESCs are super, super fragile. If they don't burn, if you handle them wrong, they pull apart, or when you solder, you can overheat them. I really don't like this shit, man. Anyway, whole day's work down the drain because I pulled off a little red wire off the ESC. So now I need extra ESCs. So what I did was I cut a working ESC off of this one for the counterclockwise motor, which was burnt on this 250 frame Bugs 3. So I put a working ESC in the corner where the ESC was not working. And to ensure that there's no soldering, I just cut the wire from the old ESC and spliced it in to the other ESC. And then spliced it into a brand new motor. Put a battery on it, did the little LEDs on the bottom, stayed up till 3 o'clock today, soldering and cutting, and wouldn't you know, I plug in a battery and everything spins except the new motor with the replacement ESC. Does not spin. So I either ruined an ESC just by handling it and cutting it off of one board and putting it on another, or the board itself, not the ESC and not the motor, but the board itself in that particular corner is burnt, is fried somehow. And it pisses me off, man. I don't know how you quad guys just do this stuff back to back to back and make repairs and it doesn't bother you. I'm pissed. I'm sick of this, man. I fucking hate this. Anyway, I'm waiting for some ESCs to come in the mail, and I'm waiting for motors to come in the mail. As far as these, I don't know what else to do now. I knew this one was working yesterday. It had just had a broke frame, so I put everything on the 250 frame. Then it stopped working. So what I'm going to try to do is splice in whatever ESCs spare from this one that I know is working. All motors are working. This motor, this motor, this motor is working. Now watch when I take off an ESC from a working motor and put it on here, watch it not work. And that's really fucking with me, man. I like the 250 frame on the Bugs 3 better than the Bugs 3 frame. I like the bullnose props and the tri-blade props a great deal. I love the 250 frame, but I'm getting sick of these flimsy ESCs. This looked like a much easier to repair quad than the XK251 because the ESCs are right here for you to see. But it still sucks for a person like me, man, because I'm bad at this stuff. So, there it is. There. Oh, I got a Hubsan H501S today in the mail from Ann. I'm probably going to go outside and test it right now because I need a flight. It's 3 in the morning and I'm pissed and I'm just tired and pissed. Later.